I was recently offered some Burls. I have 7 pieces. For reference, that's a 1-gallon paint can. And the one on the left is the largest. The next one, it's been in a fire. And I think that one right there has been in a fire. These are 2 little ones. There's only 6 here. There's one even smaller. That coffee cup is just for reference. Here is the very small one, and you can see it's burnt as well. So we just made some plans for a small fun trip, and I wanted to turn something before we left so I could have it ready to post when we get back. It is very small, but I really want to see what it looks like. So let's give it a try. I'll meet you over at the lathe. Please stick around to the end, and I'll also post some pictures of what we were up to having our fun. So not too long ago I turned this piece of black walnut. And I mentioned it's small, so should I save all these little pieces and turn them, or should I burn them? Well, there was no way I was ever going to burn this. But that brings up another situation where I have a lot of little pieces like this that I just was given. And this, I was told, is a Burl. And this. And actually, one of these, someone tried to burn it. Well, there's a long story behind that, but briefly, about 3 years ago I got quite a bit of English walnut, and it was from a orchard that was taken down, and I heard about it because it's my nephew's in-laws who own the farm. It's called the Peachy Pig Farm. So they were burning stacks and stacks of those English walnut trees, and I managed to get some. I have a feeling they decided they saw something in there they thought was a Burl, and it might have got pulled out. That's the only way that I can think of that this got burnt. I wasn't going to record this, but I put a tenon on there and decided I'll mount it up in the chuck, and I thought, well, why not bring you along for this one and let's see what we can get out of that. I didn't burn it. Someone tried to burn it. I'm going to try to save it. So let me get it mounted up and we'll start turning on it. Alright, I've got it in the chuck. It's about 3.5 by 3.5 and maybe a couple inches tall. I do have one really nice sized one that's got some scorching on it. I think it got pulled out of a fire. I have a picture of that. I'll put it in there, and I'll eventually work my way through all of these little Burls. If this is a Burl, it sort of looks like it. I got a 1/2 inch bowl gouge all sharpened up. And let's see what we can do for RPM. I'm going to start out at 1200. Let's try something here. Let's start here and then cut deeper. Try to leave the end of that. Yeah, that might work. Right about here. I don't know, I think it's kind of cute. I don't think I can turn any more off of it, or at least depth-wise. if I haven't already gone too far. So we're going to stop there. I'm just going to clean this up. I think I'll use this smaller negative rake scraper. Just kind of blend that in. I think it's done. I gotta see if I can find a wire wheel, maybe try to get that black off of there. Well, the wire wheel cleaned out all the scorching and it left this area looking really cool. It's just got a ton of texture in here. Very interesting. You're going to like that. Sanding's not going to take much. I'll just use my 2-inch disc and I'm going to start with 120, sand it up to 400, and we are almost done. And I'm not even going to have the lathe spinning. I'm going to do it like this. Alright, I'll be back when we get it flipped around and remove the tenon, which looks kind of unusual. Well, this went so easy I forgot I got to put some finish on here, and I'm sure you'd like to see that. Now, it's pretty small. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't even know what kind of wood it is. That's pretty cool. Definitely got wormholes and things. Okay, I'll just go ahead and put some on this bark up here. I don't want it to darken it up too much, but there may not be any options. I mean, that's about it right there. It's really little. I just felt like I needed to save it. I'm going to try to turn every piece that they gave me, because it's always nice when somebody thinks about you and calls you up and asks you if you want it. Okay, well, I'll get the rest of the finish on that and we'll get it flipped around and remove that tenon. Oh, by the way, that's shellac based sanding sealer, and I'll put shellac on the inside as well. So this is what you missed before I decided I probably should record the rest of it. This was a branch. I turned that round and then I cut some of this away, put a tenon on here, and I've got a very small step in there for the jaws to go against. So right now I'm just going to blend this in. I'm going to shorten this tenon and make a base out of it, and we'll cut that nub off. Doing 725 RPM. This is a 1/2-inch bowl gouge. I want to look this over. It'll sit on that base. I don't know if it looks too small or not. It looks like we got a pretty nasty crack here, so I need to be careful with that nub sticking out. I'm just going to take maybe a 1/16 more off of here. Alright, that's it. I do need to sand that. It's really soft. I think I could start with 120 on that as well. I'll sand this with the lathe running at reverse 425 RPM. Okay, I got it sanded to 400. I put 1 coat of the Shellac base sanding sealer on it. I've decided to go ahead and cut the nub off, and then I'm going to just sit down and pick out some of these holes with debris in them, and then I can do the final finish on it off the lathe. It's so small it'll be easy to do. Right now I'm more concerned with this big crack here in this nub. It's cracked right to the middle of that. Not going to take any chances. I'll just saw this off and I'll come back when we have it all finished up. Well, it might have stayed on, but it's off now. Well, here it is. It is all done. It's very small, it was very simple, and it was a lot of fun to do actually. It's about 3 3/4 by 3 1/2, stands about 1 1/2 inches tall. It does have some nice burling in it. There's the base. It's got a little handle on it right here. You can use it for, I don't know what. You let me know what you think we could use this for, but it is a nice little handle. That area is really cool as well. I finished it with 1 coat of Zinsser Seal Coat, and I decided that it just wasn't going to help this burnt area very well, so I used 3 coats of Def Lacquer sprayed on it, and I think overall it's got a nice finish on there. Like I said, I was trying to get something real quick to do, because we had a little trip planned, and there's a town south of us called Shampooey, Oregon. Well, there's also a state park called Shampooey. Although the town was founded in 1840, it's right along the Willamette River. The founders of the town named it Shampooey. Somehow or other, people just started calling it Shampooey. Maybe half and half on that. Whichever it's called, it was really a lot of fun. There's some bike trails. We did some bike riding. Took a lot of pictures. I'll put some of those pictures at the end, and just to show you that we really did have a lot of fun. And speaking of having a lot of fun, I had a lot of fun turning this little Burl, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, do me a favor, click that like button and feel free to leave a comment. Both of those things will really help my channel grow. I do lots of different types of turnings, and you never know what might be next, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And a special thanks to all my current subscribers. You really mean a lot to me. So, till the next time, see you later.